Hello and welcome to another episode of the Chaotic Minds. I'm your host, Devontae Ewing, aka DJ Thunderbase, and I am joined today with my co-hosts.
Hello, I am Henry Montney, also known as Mayhem, the Heart's Mace. Hey, how you guys doing today?
Good evening. This is Dark Trooper coming from you live from secret location, aka my couch.
I am the Supreme Lama Overlord, herder of chaos and dispenser of questionable wisdom.
And we are going to be getting today started like we get every week started with our relationship advice with Mayhem Heartmace.
All right, guys, girls, and squirrels. We are here today to talk about relationships and friendships and workships. Remember, the number one thing that we always talk about and discuss when it comes to relationships of all sorts and kinds, as well as in the world, is communication. Communication is key in all things. You can communicate with a pro or a con depending on the scenario or situation. Could be wholeheartedly, could be rude and disrespectful gestures. All depends, but you need to do it accordingly. I myself will admit that I sometimes screw up on my communication, which is why I've worked so hard to get better at my communications. And why not get it from somebody that actually understands the pros and cons, that has dealt with it in their own lives. So with that, I would like to talk about friendship communications, like your real homies, your real friend, your brothers, the people that are still there no matter what, compared to the people that say they'll be there but aren't. Now, I've had friends over the years, lots of them, guys, girls, squirrels, all the crazy you could think of. But only a few became true friends. I can say maybe I can count on both my hands at max, which is people that are in the guild, like people that we're chatting with that are with us today, such as DJ Thunderbase, Llama, and Dark Trooper. Like guys like that and everything, like homies till the end. And I got a few others and everything that jump in and talks, like Sage the Intelligence and everything else. But you got to remember that you'll have ones that say they're your friends, say they'll be there for you, but they never will be. And I've asked or communicated with said people, seeing if they'd still be my friend or contact, and they'll ignore you. And I've had it happen myself. I've seen other people have it happen, and they come to me and ask me. I've messaged this person. They haven't talked to me since. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, well, what happened in the scenario? And they explained to me that they got something they wanted from them, or borrowed something, or took something, or they loaned them money. Of course, you're never going to hear from them probably again. They weren't your real friend. Either they were a scammer, they were a user. They were playing a long game to a shady extent. Sadly, I've had to deal with that in my life numerous times. And let's just say about $100,000 should be in my pocket. It's not, because I've loaned it out and helped people for years, and I don't have anymore. Thanks to people I thought that were my friends. This happens a lot. So when it comes to friendships and relationships, same thing with relationships as well. Know who they are within the relationship before you start loaning somebody something or helping somebody with something or getting to know them better or not. Have a better communication or contact or chat to know if they're shady, disrespectful thieves or liars or just using you to get what they want. And then once they're done, then you never hear from them again. It happens to a lot of people. Sadly, it's happened to me many, many times. And people took my kindness for weakness, and it doesn't happen anymore for a reason. Now, for everybody that has, say, a relationship, when you're dating somebody, my best bet for you is talk, chat, communicate, get to know them. Take about 2 years before you decide if you actually want to be with this person for a real relationship or not. Like it's a big thing. I learned about 2 years is your best bet. That's when you fully get to know somebody and they show their true colors and whatnot. Some people can play a long game a little bit longer, which is not cool. But those people learn their lessons over time because they're alone for a very long time after, and they don't realize that companionship is one of the greatest riches you can have, is just having somebody that loves you and cares about you. So when you're dating somebody, don't go right off rip giving them every penny you have or spend money like crazy or anything as such. Take it one stride at a time, one thing at a time. Start off small. You shouldn't be starting off big anyways when it comes to a relationship. When you're dating somebody, you don't just take them to the most expensive, fanciest restaurant, buy them a dress, and pay for all their stuff to get good and did and done, and pay for a nice vehicle. No. Take them on a little walk. Go stroll the city. Hang out, maybe a club or a friend place. Go walk around, play games, maybe take them to an arcade or a coffee shop, a bookstore. Me and my wife, best companion ever, go and play video games, or we would walked around the city. And if we chose to have a date or not, and chose to have a dinner or not, and went, oh, you know what? Let's go here. Let's walk around here. Let's have some fun here. Make it kind of like a cute spur of the moment instead. Take your time, get to know each other better, more focus on each other for things, not just use them to go to the next person to think you're getting ahead when you're not. All you're doing is building a bad checklist for later for other people to check out and go, I'm not dating this guy or girl because they did this, this, and this to a good man or good woman that was innocent, respectful, or loving. I've had it happen many times myself. That's why I learned the telling signs and the warning signs. So when it comes to relationships, that's why I'm so good at them. I had a lot of them at the time, and boy, howdy, were they stressful. And waste of time, waste of money, let alone some friendships too. Waste of time, waste of money if they go over. It's like, what about the experiences? I can get those experiences with almost anybody. I would rather have just had someone who was a good, true, loyal friend. Someone that can stand there and be like, I'm your brother, no matter if we have a difference of opinion, a difference in political views, a difference in music, a difference in video games, or just a difference in ladies. I'm fine with that. I would like that everybody's different. You're supposed to be different. That's what makes you you. What makes us all the same is we're all Homo sapiens, we're humans, we're people. What makes us different is our mind, is our personality, is our character. People need to understand that it's not your outside that makes you really different. It's what your inside is up here. Your actual, technical insides should be all the same or similar for most people, for males, and then obviously for females being there's such. There really is no in between. And if there is, it's a defective genetic traits or accidents. But on that note, for relationship advice and or communications, do you guys have anything to state or say about relationships, or have any questions that you would like to bring up before we end the segment and go to the lore segment in a few minutes?
Book.
Daniel here, if he wants to introduce himself real quickly.
What's up, everyone? My name's Daniel, otherwise known as Finreal. Joining in for the first time. Glad to meet you all.
Speaking of one of our good friends.
Yeah, and to your point about relationships, just be honest from the beginning.
Yep.
Say what you want.
Put everything on the table.
Because I've been led on, and it sucks.
Yeah, it does. It very much does. We'll get into that for a second. Let's let Dark Trooper do his, and then we'll go back to you, Fenrir, and then anybody else that wants to throw in their experiences. What did you say, Dark Trooper?
To quote a book from the Iron Druid Chronicles, a good friend will help you. A friend will help you move something. A good friend will help you hide a body. And that's
true, dark but true.
It's the kind of idea. It's coming from a woman who grew up during the Troubles in Ireland, so she understands.
That's a different world.
She understands what it means, what true friendship is.
All right, that's so Fenrir, you're next. What was it that you wanted to say and state?
When it comes, like I said, when it comes to relationships, be honest. Put it all out on the table of what you want. Don't just string them along saying, "Oh, I'll love you if you do this."
Yeah, love is not a money purpose or a achievement or you pay for. It is something you actually earned and loved in them, not just gave them money for. Love means that you'll be there with them no matter what. That you'll be there till the end, that you truly care. And it could be friendships, relationships, or workships in their own ways. Or you just love something.
But you also got to remember that the person that you are in love with is not an object.
Yep. And you have to make
Hold,
sure that
whoa. Are you trying to tell me that I cannot be in love with my blow up doll?
damn it, Llama.
Every time.
But wow.
Oh, no, they made a Disney movie about it.
Wait, what?
Sora AI did.
I did not know about this, and I don't want to know about this. And what?
Don't worry. We gave the video
Just-
to DJ
just-
Thunderbase to play during the political portion, so we could discuss it as a illustration of the Democrats.
But your llama, this is a half and half right here. So damn it, llama. What? Okay. Anybody else have anything before we shift over to our lore segment?
Yeah, I have something. It's in my pants. I'm still trying to find it though.
Damn it, llama.
It's buried under all the fur.
Yeah, every time I piss from one, I go, oh, that's not a hair.
On to lore.
And it's time for our lore segment with Dark Trooper.
Good evening, my true believers.
I believe.
Today,
I'm a false
with Thanksgiving being tomorrow, happy Thanksgiving to all you fabulous people out there who do celebrate it.
Thank you.
I thought we'd talk about a god from Greek mythology named Limos, who is the Greek god of hunger and starvation. Yes, there is a Greek god of starvation, hunger, and a child of Eros, of strife. She's the symbolization of all the a negative aspect of human experience. It's a symbolization of starvation, famine, and hunger. She's a gender neutral figure, so I'm just gonna say it. It is a
She's a woman.
it's a thing that represents that hunger and starvation.
Does it have boobies?
It's an it. Doesn't have anything.
I mean, it could be an it and still have everything.
One of its most notable achievements is that there was a king named Isukros. I'm not gonna try it. Who wanted to make this elaborate palace out of the most beautiful wood he could find. And this is a man who was not a very pious man and did not believe in the gods. He went to one of Demeter's sacred groves. He found one of the most beautiful, most sacred tree in the entire grove and chopped it down. It was bleeding, it was screaming, and the dryad who was inhabiting that tree screamed out to Demeter for help. She, enraged, sent one of her attendants to Limos to curse this king. And in the middle of the night, she went to him and breathed in his face. And the next day, he had an insatiable hunger. For day one, he ate everything in the castle. Day two, and then cried out for more. He then ate everything in the town, cried out for more. Everything in the kingdom, and he cried out for more. He sold his daughter into slavery to buy more stuff for him to satiate his hunger.
That's messed up.
His daughter who was ravished by Poseidon, called to Poseidon for aid. He took pity on her and gave her the ability to transform into things. So she did. So, and for some odd reason, she kept going back to him. He then sold her again. She came back. She sold her again. Until one day she came back. He died.
Syndrome.
He died by eating all of his limbs.
That's disgusting.
Well, it's one of the things is you don't piss off the gods.
Is it just me or is he blurry?
He looks fine to me.
It's just the dire consequences of famine. It's just like famine has always been a problem for humanity, and almost every mythology has a version of, or at least a god who has the ability. Like in Christian mythology, there's an actual, in one of the four horsemen is famine, because one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse is not just is famine or strife. So that's about it. I was really focusing more on the Warhammer lore this week. But anyway, the problem is that Thanksgiving doesn't really have any mythologies. I was trying to keep with the theme with Thanksgiving, and
It's difficult.
it's just difficult. Do you guys got any questions?
I do. Give me 1 second. I'm just putting away models and figurines for D&D. I was trying to multitask while we were doing the show.
How dare you?
Right. Oh, so for that, you said it was birthed by who again? And then
Eros, the goddess of strife.
so strife made famine, pretty much.
Nyx actually made famine. Nyx is actually the daughter. Eros is actually a daughter of Nyx, and Nyx is the goddess of night, and she is a primordial goddess.
Huh. That's very interesting.
A lot of the negative gods and goddesses came from Nyx.
Okay. Well, that's a good lore to learn, though. Well, thank you for that for lore. Thunderbase, I think this is for your favorite segment.
It's time for celebrity birthdays. And we will be getting started on November 20th with Jeremy Jordan. He's 41. He's a TV actor, movie actor, also a Broadway stage actor. He played the main role in Disney's Newsies on Broadway. He also played Clyde in Broadway's Bonnie and Clyde. And he also plays Lucifer.
Into a musical. Oh yeah, Bobby, I love you. Oh God, I love you. Oh that.
Right. I got one right here. Michael Clifford.
He also is Lucifer in Has-Been Hotel.
Nice. I got Michael Clifford. He is 30 years old. He was in a band 5 Seconds of Summer and alongside Ashton Irwich, Colin Hood, and Luke Hammerings. I think I might have heard of them, but maybe only once or twice. But happy birthday.
A big tool time salute to Joe Biden, President of the United States. Hopefully he's getting better.
Because they puppeteered his old ass. But
and
sadly,
he has a long retirement.
I just hope he never becomes president ever again, because we've had the highest inflation, shrinkflation ever, and that was elder abuse live on TV for 4 years.
I got one. Born on November 20th, 1963, actress Ming Na Wen.
Oh, sorry, we got right here.
How about Oliver Sykes? He's 39, lead vocalist of Bring Me the Horizon.
Ooh, I love Bring Me the Horizon. Can You Feel a Heart? Or Can You Feel My Heart is me and my wife's song.
I did a drum cover to that.
Oh, nice. We just relate with it by how the lyrics are because half was like how she is and the other half's like how I am, and it just brought us closer. But yeah, the next one is a TV actor, Joel McHale, 54 years old. He was in NBC's hit Community. He was also appeared in the films of Blended and Ted, the teddy bear.
Okay. How about Joe Walsh? 78. He's a rock singer for the band The Eagles, the one that brought us Hotel California.
Nice. All right, I got one right here. Robert F. Kennedy, 1925 to 1968, politician. Now, how did this guy die? This one was this one of the ones that got assassinated, or was the plane crash?
He was assassinated.
Assassination. What is with these people? Yep, there it is. Cities walk on the assassination. Oh, yeah, that's messed up.
How about this? Rapper Future. He's 42.
I got country singer Dorks Bentley.
All right, let's do two more, and then Dorks Bentley is 50 years old, country singer. Do two more, and then we'll shift over to the next, the 21st. Let's go with Natalie Velazquez, 47, TV actress. Wow, I said that name probably horribly wrong.
No, you got it right. Velasquez is her last name.
I guess I can speak Spanish names better than Asian. All right, includes 2012 Flight movie and the 2013 Snitch movie and the 2006 Ride Along 2 movie. Okay.
How about for one last one? Roger Bumpus. He's 74. He is the voice of Squidward on SpongeBob SquarePants, and he also was the voice of Professor Membrane from Invader Zim.
He also did a live action version of Squidward in I think it was in the SpongeBob movie.
All right, so happy birthday to the 20th. Now we're going to go to the 21st.
I got one. How about Howard Remnants? He's a screenwriter director. He did films. He did films like Candy Shack, Groundhog Day, and he also appeared in films such as Stripes and in Ghostbusters. He was Egon. He sadly died in 2014 at the age of 69.
At least he died at a good year. Nice.
Sadly, he died before the remake of the film.
I know. He would have been great. They had to do like a AI thing, which still looked pretty good as him as a ghost, but that wasn't the point.
How about this? The Bella Twins.
Are remaking it.
Oh, you took mine.
How about this? The Bella Twins from WWE. Nikki Garcia and Brie Bella.
And Nikki's wrestling this Saturday.
Yes.
I got one. Miss Call Me Maybe, Carly Rae Jepsen from Canada.
Okay, I got another one here. Michael Staran, 54, football player.
Now I think he just does a football commentary.
Yeah, New York Giants, and then Kelly Ripa's co-host of ABC Live. That's what he does now, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Texas South University. Okay, who is next? Do like two or three more for we shift.
About teen and adult Goku. Shawn Smichael. He's 57.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. From Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball in general.
I got one right here. Bjork, 60, pop singer.
Oh, Bjork.
Bjork. Wow, I was reading it right. I just didn't want to say it wrong. I said Bjork. Nope, Bjork is right. Okay. Iceland singer. Nice. Okay, well, happy birthday. You're 60 years old. You do not look 60.
How about this? From
Look younger.
1967 to 2023, race car driver and immense rally fanatic. Like he is a rally superstar. Ken Block, rally and drift superstar, dude.
All right, let's do one more before we shift over. Got Jenna Malone, 41 years old, movie actress. She was in Donnie Darko. I don't know if you guys remember that one. I'm a big fan of Donnie Darko. Into the Wild. I remember that one. Sucker Punch. Love that one. She played in The Hunger Games, Catch Fire, Hunger Games, Mockingjay, Part 1 and 2. Cool. Happy birthday. You're 41 years old. You definitely do not look 41, lady. All right, let's shift over to the 22nd, that is.
How
November.
about Scarlett Johansson?
Oh, you lucky.
Mhm.
41. Not only is she was Black Widow for many films, she was also in several films like Don Joan, We Brought the Zoo, Under Your Skin, and recently the latest Jurassic Park film.
Yeah, she is awesome. I like that she actually worked hard to actually play the role of Black Widow. And at first, for Iron Man 2, people were not expecting it. Like, I was there in theaters when it came out, and people were like, she's hot, but can she play Black Widow? And then once she got in the Black Widow suit, and she was doing the hurricanranas and flipping around and throwing the kicks, and like, you do know when it's a stuntman or not, but she was doing a lot of that on her own, too. Like,
I thought the funniest ones when she goes on SNL with her husband.
Oh, yeah. I respect that with her. She's big on comedy. I liked her in a lot of different movies. I also actually liked her in the Ghost in the Shell because she looked like her. Like, they did great. The only thing I was missing was the spider tank scene, waiting for her to rip her arms off, trying to rip the damn tank head off. Like, that was a big defining moment of Ghost in the Shell. Was she did everything to stop the spider tank from just assassinating and destroying everybody as terrorists.
How about this? Richard Kind. He's a TV actor. 69 years old. He's from Mad About You, Curb Your Enthusiasm. He also was in Gotham, and he played Bing Bong in Inside Out.
Wow, he was Bing Bong?
Yes.
Wow.
He's also the he also played Molt from A Bug's Life.
Oh, wow. Well, I like Bing Bong because I like Inside Out. I just like the concept because I have felt like my brain was like that since I was like, I thought that before the movie ever existed. I'm like, there's like 5 or 7 different versions of me all controlling different parts and acting a certain way. And I got to lock one up because it's crazy and just something like that. But I get another one right here. A scary movie phenomenon person from Halloween itself, Jamie Lee Curtis. She is 67, movie actress. Wow, she's only 67. Wow.
She was also in True Lies with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say that. That's one of my favorites because I'm a big Arnold Schwarzenegger fan. I own that movie, and that's how I can't wait to show that to my wife and my daughter. My wife actually is a big fan of True Lies. She really likes that movie, but my daughter's going to love it because it's kind of going to look like us in the family. And
they still have the bridge there?
Eddie's a spy, and I'm like, uh-oh.
How about
that bridge in the Florida Keys?
I got one.
Movie actor Rodney Dangerfield, movie actor and comedian from 1921 to 2004.
Oh, Dom jumped on, man.
He was also in Caddyshack.
I got one from 2017 Power Rangers. 31 years old, Dockery Montgomery. I really hope I said that name right.
I think so. I got one right here. Mark Ruffalo, the Hulk, the third Hulk. The Hulk, 58 years old, movie actor. Sadly, he's gotten a little stupid lately with saying some dumb things. But I loved him as the Hulk and how he'd be this nerdy, goofy guy that you wouldn't expect being the Hulk until he turns into it, and he does a good job, at least on that. But his Professor Hulk needs some work.
I'll show
How
you.
about Richard? How about
Damn it, Mama.
Richard Kind. He's shown up in a few things like Mad About You, Curb of the Enthusiasm, and Gotham. Apparently,
that's what I already did that one.
Oh,
Got one here. Mads McKinley.
That was the first one I did, actually.
Fine, be that way.
Mads
Mads
Mikkelsen.
He will be that way, beating
6
you
years
with a
old.
punch.
Movie actor known as films as Doctor Strange as the villain, Rogue One and Star Wars Story, James Bond films as a villain, and Casino Royale.
How about this? Billy Vallow. He's the lead vocalist for the rock band Him.
All right.
Amazing.
I haven't heard him in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I got drumsticks from him.
Really? I
Yeah.
remember when they first
I
came
got
out,
like
all
two-
the girls went goth. Like that was the way girls went goth.
Surprisingly, I
people
got those
like those
drumsticks
kids,
for like $2
That was like their
at a
in.
garage sale.
Oh wow. Yeah, okay, let's do one more before we shift over. Oh man. You got that one. Already got that one.
How about Michael Kenneth Williams from 1966 to 2021? He was from The Wire, Boardwalk Empire, When They See Us, 12 Years a Slave, and he also played Vince in Ghostbusters.
Nice. All right, so
Who are you
happy
gonna
birthday
call?
to the 22nd of November. We're on the 23rd of November now. Who would like to start off the 23rd?
I got one. Legendary monster actor Boris Karloff, also the voice of the Grinch from the original How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Oh, I can't wait to show my kid that one.
How about
Oh, my kid already loves the Grinch.
How about this? Miley Cyrus, 33.
How about
I used to have a crush on her.
49? He's a TV comedian from Blue Mad State, and he actually was one of the original Viners when Viner was a thing.
What's
Yeah.
Reiner?
Damn it, Llama. All right. Lucas Gabriel, 41, movie actor.
Oh my God.
He was in High School Musical,
I know, don't remind me.
Switched at Birth, and Pinky Menkley.
It's Lucas Gabriel.
Thank you. You said it right. I horribly said it. I'm bad with names. You know this.
You're a name bad with.
How about a famous wrestling outlaw named Billy the Kid?
Ironically, he
that
was
guy?
an adult.
Well, he was an adult at that time. He just still called himself a kid. He was expecting to die at a young age, but because he was so quick of a gunslinger. But he was a dick. All right, let's do a couple more.
100.
I got
Obed
Fahir,
Price.
5, movie actor. He was the guy that was in The Mummy and in the first. He was in the Mummy franchise.
And Bruce Gigolo, Baylor Gigolo.
Yes, he was the sexy gigolo man that sent
Threatened
his
him.
crappy clientele and threatened him and everything. I love that. I love Deuce Bigelow, man, gigolo. I lived a similar weird life at one point when I was younger. Learned my lesson.
How about Vincent Cassell? How about Vincent Cassell, 59? Played Thomas Leroy in Black Swan, and he was also Francois Tonleur in Steven Spielberg's Oceans trilogy.
Nice.
How about Franklin Price, President of the United States? He was the 14th President of the United States.
Pierce.
He
I was about to
was.
say, I don't remember there being a price.
Everybody has a
Always
price.
right.
The price is wrong, bitch.
He was
Love
he
that
was known as Doughface, meaning that he was a northerner who was sympathized with the southern states. He helped enforce Fugitive Slave Act.
All right, let's do one more before we shift over. I got one here. It's kind of a dick move. Nicholas Mendoro,
Oh, my dick moved.
63, politician. He is one of the ones that try to start some problems with our country.
I mean, which politician did not try to start problems with our country?
Carry on, Llama. Carry on. We are on the 24th now. Happy birthday to the 23rd of people.
How about this?
How about
What?
Billy Connolly, 83?
Bailey
He was,
O'Connell.
he was that sergeant in The Last Samurai. He played in Muppet Treasure Island as Davy Jones,
That was a good movie, The Last Samurai.
and
I
he
love
was the one dwarf in Lord of the Hobbit movies.
Oh, the one dwarf.
The one
Can you
dwarf
be more
who,
specific?
he
The
was
one that
one
looks
who
like
rode
you.
in on the
I mean,
goat.
Yeah, no, dude, it was the dwarf with the beard.
Oh God!
but
I
yeah,
didn't know his freaking name.
he's a great actor and comedic as hell because I've seen the when they got back together on Skype or Zoom or whatever it was, and he's seen everybody dressed up, and you've seen him rush over, grab the helmet, drop his chair down to be short, put his helmet on, and he's like, put his camera up above him, and he's like, it's hard to see, and everybody just starts laughing.
I just found it's Darren
That's
Ironfoot.
huge. It's like Dark Trooper here playing as a dwarf, and we would have to have him 10 feet behind us to make him look like he's smaller than us.
How about
Actually-
this?
No, he was gonna play as a
Pete-
Jawa.
How about
Yeah.
this? Pete Best. He's the original drummer of the Beatles. He was fired in 1962 and replaced by Ringo Starr.
Wow.
Who's Ringo
Well, they
Starr?
weren't original the whole damn time. Well, that's messed up. All right.
I got one.
Okay.
Legendary serial killer, the Night Stalker, Ted Bundy.
You ruined the name Bundy, dude. But I got
Ed
one right here.
O'Neill fixed it.
I don't know. Al Bundy was my favorite Bundy.
Same
What
here.
about King Kong Bundy?
Al Bundy's better. He could
Yeah.
get black belt. And actually, surprisingly, he was a real black belt. He wasn't no basic bullshit martial artist. He actually could kick your ass.
Like some muscle artists I could name.
You could kick
How about
my ass
Zachariah
all
Taylor?
night.
Gotta be good.
How about Zachariah Taylor? He is the
How
20th
about
president
him?
of the United States.
Damn it,
He was a
Lama.
40-year veteran of the military who helped lead the U.S. to victory in the Mexican-American Wars.
Wait, you mean Zachary Taylor?
Yakri.
I'm sorry. You have two people here that are literally dyslexic, and we both oops.
I think Devontae missed that. Damn it!
He did miss that, damn it, Llama.
No, I got the fifth one.
The
No,
one that was
he just
30
did one.
seconds ago.
Oh.
I just yelled at him for something.
I need a tally of my contributions here.
Oh, he tallies just in case. All right, so Sarah
Um,
Halen, 35, TV actress.
Oh, well,
She
I was
was-
actually so expecting you to get this one, actually.
Oh, I must have missed it already. Greek Charming, Modern Family, 2014 film Vampire Academy, and The Wedding Year.
Okay.
What's
Yeah, the one I was thinking you were going to get was amazing female wrestler, Beth Phoenix, 45.
Looking.
Former Divas champion and women's
Wow, that's
champion.
way at the bottom. That's why I didn't see it. It was still at the top. I guess when you guys click on it, you get the bottom first. When I click on it, I get the top first.
No, I just scroll. I'm
Oh.
constantly scrolling.
I go from person to person, then shift. But yeah, wasn't she not just in pro wrestling, but wasn't she in
She did a lot of the independent scenes as well.
yeah, but I thought she was in like
She did movies too. Yeah.
like in Gladiator. Like wasn't she in the Gladiator shows? Like there's a normal person to face all the gladiators.
No, the only thing it gives is her time in WWE.
Oh wow, they didn't have her stuff. Okay, let's do one or two more before we shift over to the next day.
How about Catherine Helglitz? Heigl.
Catherine Heigl.
Yes. She's one of her best roles gained fame by playing Dr. Izzy Stevens in Grey's Anatomy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I remember that. I remember watching Grey's Anatomy.
It's on Netflix now.
Yep, and then also she was in comedy Knocked Up. I remember that, and then CBS's Doubt. But I remember Knocked Up. That was funny. She was in a couple other things too. All right, let's do one more before we shift over to the.
How about this? Colin Hanks, TV actor and son of the iconic Tom Hanks. He was in films Orange County, King Kong, and the House Bunny.
All right, so
Yeah.
happy birthday to the
He
25th.
also did the Good Guys.
Nice. We're gonna go to the 25th for happy birthdays. Who are we gonna start off with for happy birthdays on the 25th of November?
Oh, I got one. Kevin Chamberlain. He's 62. He's a TV actor and a stage actor. He played the butler in Disney's Jessie, and he also played Uncle Fester in Broadway's The Addams Family.
All right, so I got one right here because I already did one other family. I'm gonna do the other one. John F. Kennedy Jr., entrepreneur, 1960 to 1999. Sadly died. I believe this one's the plane crash. Tragic, plane crash that happened at the Martha's Vineyard, which I don't believe was an accident. But that's my thoughts, not yours. And
This one's gonna haunt me. I'm a diehard Tigers guy, but I gotta say happy birthday to New York legend from the Yankees, Joe DiMaggio.
yeah, I'm actually a Tigers fan more too. I remember going to that was the only time I ever liked baseball. I'm good at baseball. Playing the game was kind of fun if you actually know how to play. Watching was boring unless you watched the Tigers, because the Tigers made it interesting.
How about
Never
this?
heard so
Billy
much.
Burke. He's 59. He's a movie actor. He was in Ladder 49, as well as Along Came a Spider and Lights Out.
Oh, nice.
hmm
I got one right here. Joel Kinnaman, 46, TV actor. He was known in The Killing, The Suicide Squad, and Amazon's Hannah, as well as Fall of Mankind. I actually enjoyed him in things. He's also in Thor, I guess. But I remember him. Oh, yeah, he's RoboCop as well. He also played as RoboCop, as the new RoboCop, not the old RoboCop. I enjoyed the new RoboCop. There were some pros, there were some cons, a little too much CG, but that's the thing. We need to mix practical effects with CG. It makes it look better.
Here's one.
A couple more before we shift over to the 26th.
Here's one. Actor, writer, and lawyer Ben Stein. You might know him from the Clear Eyes commercials.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember from both
Mhm.
things, from the Clear Eyes and the actual show he used to do.
How about this? John Larroquette. He's a TV actor, best known for his role as Dan Fielding in Night Court.
He also played in the Librarian series as the.
Yep, and he also was the one that narrated the 2022 remake of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre audiobook.
Oh, wow. All right, so got another one right here. Christina Applegate, 54 years old, movie actress with Married with Children. She was the I'm trying to be rude, but the slutty teenage daughter. She was in Will Ferrell's character, the hit comedy Anchorman, and Legend of Ron Burgundy, include Vacation, Hall Pass, and a couple other things. I'm a big fan of hers for a lot of different reasons. She's so cool. All right, guys. So that would be the 25th of November. We're going to go into the 26th of November.
We'll start it off with DJ, producer, and vocalist DJ Khaled. He's 50 years old.
Nice, nice.
I'm going to butcher this name so bad.
Do it.
But Hafþór Julius Bjornsson, the Icelandic professional strongman. And I probably butchered that name so bad.
No, you got it.
He was the mountain from Game of Thrones.
How about Charles Schwartz? He died in 2000 at 77. He is the original character.
My family.
Creator of Charlie Brown and Snoopy.
Nice. All right.
How about?
Oh, go ahead.
Tina Turner.
I was just gonna get her.
1939 to 2023. Oh wow! I didn't realize she had passed away recently.
Yeah, neither did I. I didn't know she died 2 years ago. Almost 3 now. Wow.
Wow.
Actually listened to her music quite often back in the day. All right, so let's go do another one though. Happy birthday to her. Sorry that it happened. Let's go with Brooke Schoenfield, 29, movie actress in Tana Montague and the podcast called Canceled.
Oh, Brooke Schofield.
Wow, I can't read. Thank you. All right, let's do a couple more before we shift off to today's.
This is today.
26th is today?
Yes.
I thought today was the 27th because tomorrow's 20.
No,
Well,
tomorrow's the 27th.
Wow, you're right. I'm wrong. So we did 6 days, not 7.
How about
18th.
Ryan Robbins? Best known for playing Landon Rodham in Stargate Atlantis and Charlie Connor in Battlestar Galactica.
How about
Mark Morgulis? He was Mark. Oh my God! Come on, fix it. Mark Morgulis, 1939 to 2023. Another person we didn't know that died. That was a big time thing for Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, and Your Honor.
how about
something?
How about WWE Hall of Famer Lisa Moretti, also known as Ivory?
Nice. And let's finish it out with DJ Thunderbase finding one. Thunderbase, what's the last one for tonight for the birthdays?
We're gonna end it off with. Let's see. Pop singer Jung Woo Young. He's from the boy band The Tees from Korea. So he just uses his first name as his stage name is Woo Young. Nice. But we like to say happy birthday to all of those, and to all of those that we may have missed. Happy birthday to you as well. Now we will move on to our scam protection and safety tips.
Hello, guys, girls, and squirrels. It's me again, Mayhem.
Squirrel.
Exactly. On that note, it comes to dealing with scammers. I don't know if you guys have been noticing, but there's been a high volume of scammers. Like a lot. It's been happening a lot here in America. I've been getting calls like crazy from different people. I've been getting emails, messages through all different platforms. Half of them doing the same bit. Hey, you ready to join the game? Are you joining the game? Oh, wait. Oh, you're not really. Oh, I'm sorry. What's your name? What's your age? Which country are you from? What's your state? What city are you from? What's your credit card information or your social security? That happens
What's
over
your sign?
Right? You got to be very mindful with that stuff. It happens a lot. Please be mindful. There are a lot of scammers out there, a lot of manipulators, a lot of evil people that don't care if they hurt you from the other side of the planet or not. They will scam you. They will screw you over. They'll do anything and everything
Kind of going,
money you worked hard for. What was that?
kind of going back to our earlier topics. Some of them will even say, "I'm looking for a relationship. Send me some money, and so I can come over and see you."
Yeah. Or, oh, I'm in a different state right now. I really need your help. Please send me this money and I'll do it. Or I need to pay the phone bill. The only way I can talk to you is if you give me the money to pay for the phone bill. I have had
I
numerous.
especially love it when they use famous people. It's like, I know I'm not talking to Brooke Shield or, God forbid, Kat Dennings.
Or any other girls that I'd known. That I actually, one of them was a girl that I personally know and used to be friends with before she went into the adult industry and got well known for her name. Pops up as mysterious person on my Facebook Messenger trying to say they needed money, they missed me, and they wanted to hit me up. And I'm talking to the real her going, there's fake profiles of you on the internet right now. She's like, no, there's not. I'm like, yeah, screenshot. And she's like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah, there's scammers are using your face for money and they're manipulating people. And then what I'd do is I would go to her videos, screenshot her videos, and send them to the person, but like, this is you. And they're like, oh, that ain't me. And I'm like, this is your profile picture. You just said this is you. You just posted several pictures that are you, which actually are from these videos, which are all over the internet. By the way, I say, hi, Anna. No, that's not. You're fake. You're a liar. You're a scammer. And then they'd be gone mysteriously right after. And I would know. I'd call them out half the time too. And just any random girl messaging you and thinks that you think it's some hot woman actually hitting it. No, that's probably a fat, overweight, disgusting, probably hasn't bathed in several weeks Indian dude or Dubai dude or somebody from a different country.
For a second there, I thought you were talking about me till you said Indian dude.
Damn it, llama. And ew. But no, really, there are people like that in the world that literally sit all day on the computer just to lie, scam, and act like they're somebody else. They'll act like they're a guy, girl, or a squirrel. They'll act like they're your ex-best friend. Me and DJ Thunderbase had to deal with it in the weirdest and funniest way. Instagram and Facebook stuff got hacked by some Hindu Indian guy swearing up and down it was my cousin Devante.
I've had people literally trying to make fake profiles of me.
Yep, and he's sitting right next to me, 2 feet away, and I'm like, if you need money for your car, why didn't you just tell me right here sitting next to me? He's like, what are you talking about? And I show him the message, and he's like, I haven't been able to get in my Facebook all day or my Instagram. And I'm like, let's mess with him. And I'm like, I know you're not him. And I do a video call, and I'm like, oh, it's me. And no, it's not you. And then we did a picture of each other, and I'm like, you know how I know you're not him? I took a picture of both of us giving the finger. I'm like, because he's sitting right next to me. You just hacked my cousin and stole his stuff. And I was like, so by the way, we're going to call you out and get you in trouble. And we did get him in trouble. I got him caught. I got him arrested. And he in jail, hopefully for the rest of his life, for scamming numerous people out of money, $200 a piece. And it said he messaged 100 and I think it was like 97 people or something ridiculously and got a bunch of money out of most of those people until he got to us. And he did that
using my name.
Yep, doing that in a short period of time. He hacked his stuff, and I was like, I've had people recently do it to me, try to hack my Facebook, my Instagrams, my everything else, not realizing I have numerous profiles, I have numerous things locked. You need not 2 verification, you need 3 to 4 verification for me. And you need my phone. And you need my fingerprints. And then my passcodes, and then my patterns, and then my certain code that I've never put on the internet deliberately. I've known since day one that there was going to be hackers and scammers when I started surfing the web back in the 90s when I was taught properly, check several sources, never trust your information to anybody, don't put it online ever, and write it down on a piece of paper instead. Protects you. You need to do that stuff. Write down several different passcodes for yourselves, people. Write them on paper and pen next to your computer if you need to, but not in view of your camera. Keep them separate. Keep them safe. Keep them locked up if you need to. I've had to do it several times just to log into video games sometimes. You write down the passcode. Write down whatever it is it's connected to. You keep it secure. You don't tell people. You don't put it online. You only trust maybe one person, which would be your significant other, because my wife can look at any of my stuff at any time. I hand her it all the time, and she doesn't even care. She just looks, goes, okay, people talk to you. Okay, girls try to hit on you, and you tell them off. And you make jokes about it. It's like, I don't care, and it's great. And she'll do the same for me, and I don't care because I trust. And no, I don't have to worry about that. But there's a lot of people out there that'll scam. Hell, there's scammers out there that'll act like they're your significant other. I've had that happen where someone tried to make a fake profile of my wife and try to contact me, and my wife and me are looking at each other going, I'm right here. I'm on my stuff right now. That's not my profile picture. And this information's incorrect. And I'm like, yeah, let's mess with this person. Let's call them out. I've had scammers up the wazoo. Now, for you guys, is there anything you would do for that? And there's also for the other safeties, protection. Winter is coming for some people, especially like the areas like we are in the northern areas of Michigan and stuff. Snow has already been hitting. It may not hit hard for us yet, but it's going to. And once it sticks, it's going to be dangerous. People forget how to drive. When you're driving, please don't slam on your brakes while driving. You feather your brakes. You tap your brakes. You always tap your brakes while driving. You do not slam on your brakes. It'll force your vehicle to either lock or jam, and then it's going to shift out of control, left or right, depending on the direction of force that you are going.
Okay, I filled my
Always
truck
make-
full of chickens. Is that enough feathers?
Damn it, llama. But what does that
Always,
have for...
always make sure that you give yourself plenty of braking distance.
Always make sure that you have window washer fluid in your reservoir, because
Make sure that windshield washer fluid meets the temperatures of the season, because not all windshield washer fluids are good for winter.
And do not drive distracted. Put the phone down, especially if it's going to be slick.
Even if you're listening to this podcast, put the phone down.
If you get distracted by your phone easily while driving, just shove it up your ass instead.
Damn it, llama.
Put it on vibrate if you like.
Back by the vibrations then. Yeah, Finner has a good point on that one. Unless you're using your phone for GPS or for music, do not pay attention to it. Even you looking and gazing a couple seconds is a couple seconds of your eyes off the road. Even if you can multitask like I can, where I can look at something while looking at something else, while paying attention to something else behind me and everything, you're not supposed to do that, because what if? What if someone slams on the brakes? What if someone crosses the road early? What if something drops from the sky or a light goes down?
It only takes one small second for something bad to happen.
You need all that reaction time to feather your brakes and then stop. You feather your brakes first to slow down accordingly. Then you can slam on your brakes to a certain extent to fully stop. But you feather abruptly, as well as it tells the person behind you, brake, 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 and it's flicking brakes, which warns them. Not just a solid light, but a flicker. Because when
Also,
you're your brakes, you're going off.
Service your brakes. Make sure they are good. You don't want metal on metal trying to brake in case of an emergency.
And it could seize up or other things. And then same thing for tires. When it comes to wintertime, it's better to keep your tires a teeny bit less air in them normally. When it's wintertime, you don't want them at max. Stopping is worse. Turning and power control is worse. And torque. When you have a little less of air and it makes it a little lower, of kind of slightly, not flat, but just 5 or 10 pounds off than what it normally does.
When you deflate the tires slightly, it allows for them to have more flexibility for gripping.
Also, for winter, one last thing: keep a thing of kitty litter in your car. I know it sounds weird, but the real reason, which hell, you can learn it from that 70s show. I learned it from my great-grandparents, my grandparents, and my parents. You keep kitty litter in the back of your car for if you hit snow, a ditch, or anything, there's your grip. There's your grip, because the kitty litter will soak into the ground, into the snow, pull up and soak the snow and make it swollen more. And then you can drive off from there by giving you the traction or pull you need to get out of the snow. If not, you're going to be stuck, because the speed and velocity of your tire going fast heats up the snow, the ice in the area, and then the temperature being so cold, it refreezes it back down, turns it to ice. Now you're stuck in ice. Throw that kitty litter down. It's going to soak, hold, give you that grip to push.
Real quick thing before you move on. No matter what, whiteout conditions, always use your headlights. You're easier to see with headlights on.
Don't drive
Not your
with the
high
headlights
beams
off.
if it's a whiteout, not a high beams, because all you do is blind yourself.
Oh, no. Just have your headlights on.
That
Basic
way,
headlight
high
period.
beams. or
If
high
you've
beams.
got fog lights, make sure those are on as well.
Yeah, those are different though. But
I'll show you my high beams.
damn it, llama.
David Llama!
Does that count as a double?
No,
That's not fair. I got 2 of them.
but it was on the same thing.
So a little bit off topic. So I've been pretty quiet this entire thing. My mom is up visiting me for like the week. I am not ignoring her and whatnot, which is why I've been quiet. She came down here, and when you heard the dogs barking, that was her knocking on my door to ask about like getting a glass of water and whatnot, because she doesn't know where anything is. And
tell her to say hi if she wants
well-
to, or if she has any kind of wisdom that's like the llama.
well, she's not really a social media type person. She doesn't she wouldn't want to do that. But she was like, "You wouldn't happen to have like a bottle of water, would you?" I was like, "Oh, you want a bottle of water?" And I have the 5-gallon jug sitting next to me. So I started, like, she can't see what I was doing. I started picking up. She goes, I was like, "You just want the one?" She goes, "Yeah, I'll take 2." I'm just standing there now holding a 5-gallon jug in midair. She did not see that coming. She like sitting there just laughing.
Bet. All right, guys, let's do. Anybody have anything else to say before we shift over to Warhammer lore?
Chicken fucker.
I was about to say it's time to switch.
Yep, damn it, llama. And war!
Greetings, fellow citizens of the Imperium. By the grace of the God Emperor and the Holy Ordos,
Oh no, what'd you do?
I fixed it. By the grace of the God Emperor and the Holy Ordos, I have been authorized to tell you this about this transmission. Now, Warhammer 40K is not just about important people like the ones we've been talking about for the last couple of months. Sometimes it's also about significant events. In this case, I'm talking about one of the most significant events in modern Warhammer history, and I'm talking about the fall of Cadia. Now, what is Cadia? Cadia
still stands.
No, it's Cadia stands.
I know. It's going off the commercial of the guy throwing the grenade.
Cadia is a planet in the what was it? In the I think it was the mystical. Hang on, my computer's acting not cooperating. That's because I'm using the wrong side. It's out just on the border of the Eye of Terror in the Segmentum Obscurus, which is, I believe, on the southeastern part of the Imperium, if I remember correctly. It is it's literally the only planet that has the only navigable part that can get you to the Eye of Terror and back. Before the Cadia was founded long before the events of the Horus Heresy. It was founded by the Primarch Logar Aurelia, then blown the shit out of when he learned all of its secrets. It was then, after the Horus Heresy, after all the blood and all the guts and all that, all the bleeding wounds that was left, they realized that Cadia played a very significant role because it was the only habitable planet that held the only navigable route in the area. So they set up a colony there. But after realizing that they could not just keep it as a normal imperial standards, so they made it into a thing called a fortress world. Now, what is a fortress world? A fortress world is a world that is dedicated to total war, an entire planet that's basically one giant fortress. They have things on there called cassocks, which is giant, like maze-like fortresses that could be easily held off enemies for not days, not weeks, months or years. This was a planet that is literally total war. Is this the way of this planet? From fashion, which is like high-born people on Cadia were using military fatigues as fashion. When their children of Cadia would actually be learning military doctrine before even basic literacy. By the age of 10, you already knew how to field strip a rifle, a las rifle, and put it back together like it was nothing. By the time you actually were old enough to join, like when most other planets were already starting basic training for normal, most Cadians already knew already had decades of military experience. The Cadians basically made the standard of what it would be to be a guardsman in the modern war. It was, and how one said it was, the Cadia is the way of how to clear a trench efficiently, how to charge with a bayonet. It's the steely glint in the eye of a soldier who knows he was about to die. And when Cadia fell, it fell not because it fell because it was just so good about holding them off, holding the line. Abaddon did not want to get bogged down into a protracted war to take Cadia. So what he couldn't conquer, he destroyed. By sacrificing one of his Blackstone fortresses into a cataclysmic, like think of like the asteroid that destroyed the dinosaurs. Take that, times it by 10, and that's what you got. He destroyed the planet utterly. But unfortunately for him, all he destroyed was a planet. He didn't destroy what was really what Cadia stand for. Cadia stands for hope and fear. The planet cracked before the guard. Literally, they were seeing as the planet was breaking apart, and they saw explosions and red lines going across the grounds as the planet was breaking apart. The planet broke before the guard. So because by the time they realized what Abaddon was doing, they knew that they couldn't get everybody off. So instead of just wallowing in self-pity and crying and all that, they chose to fix bayonets, put fresh charge packs, and charge, and died fighting, taking every last motherless son of that they could get with them. When you hear the words Cadia stands, it means not just that Cadians still exist. It means that it's still hope, that there's still, as long as there's one human left, Cadia will always be there. Cadia is not just a planet; it's a symbol of it, and it's a symbol of every guardsman who ever wanted to fix a bayonet. It's a guardsman who's had his guts ripped out, loading a new rifle in, and holding the line, even with his lifeblood bleeding on the ground. It's a guardsman who's lost his arm and still fighting, lost his rifle and his arm and just picking up a knife and still fighting. It's a guardsman who literally would sacrifice just to kill one Chaos Space Marine. Actually happened. I recommend, there are tons of books about the fall of Cadia. I highly recommend you read them. I mean, I can only tell you so much. If you really want to get the full picture, you got to read the books. Now, Cadia was not just fought with just Cadians. The fall of Cadia was not fought with just Cadians. It was majority Cadians, but it also had several different chapters of Astartes. Some Skitarii of the Adeptus Mechanicus, Sisters of Battle, Saint Celestine herself was there. Angels of Absolution, the Black Crusades, various assorted Space Wolves, Dark Angel, Imperial Fists. The Phalanx himself was there to defend Cadia. And that's how many, and it's just so many. Now, Abaddon was not the only one. He had a ton of his own. He had his own Black Crusade, his own the Black Crusaders, the Black Temple, Black Legion. He had Iron Warriors, World Eaters, Emperor's Children, Night Lords, Dark, all of them, all across the board. He had Red Corsairs. He had Plague Armies. He had everything. And he still could not break the spirit. In fact, the Lord Castellan of the time, Asada E. Creed, held the line for so long enough to actually be able to counterattack and was nearly pushing Abaddon back. And it was also the Black Pylons that were also activated. Abaddon knew he was going to lose. He was losing. And so he destroyed the planet instead of conquering it. Yeah, he is. Yeah, that's about it. You guys got any questions?
Yeah, am I an idiot for making a comment forgetting that I was muted?
Damn it, Llama. Stop muting yourself.
Yeah, no, he said blow the shit out of something. And I said, I wish somebody would blow the shit out of me, if you know what I mean. And then there was just nothing. I'm like, oh man, why did you just ignore me? And then I looked down, I'm like, fuck, I'm muted. Now it's too late.
Ha!
Oh, yeah.
No damn allowed for you.
Guardsmen, I respect them a lot. Like, I've played Dawn of War and Warhammer a lot. And when you do play the Guardsmen, sure, the morale's not good. But when you get enough of them, they're good. And they're more distance than anything. You get their Basilisk going, and their tanks, the Lehman Russes, taking all the fire. They'll push.
Well, the thing is, Cadia is basically, the Cadian shock troopers are basically the standard of all Master Militarum, or close to it.
They're good. They may not be.
They're not just good. They're the best of the best because they have literally dedicated their entire society to war. If you did not, when you were a child, you learned how to strip the rifle. When you were old enough to walk, you learned how to fight. When you were
they taught me. I was taught that when I was a kid. Wow.
When you became of age, you joined the thing called the White Shields, which is like the reserved army. And when you got to you got the choice. You either could join the army, or you could join the Astra Militarum or the PDF, or you could go and help make more weapons for the war effort.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
They literally held their own children up to the eye of terror, and that's how their eyes turned purple, to the point at which their eyes bled.
Wow, that's hardcore. So on that note, we'll go to our second from last segment, our gaming segment, and then we'll go to politics. So game on. Game on. So, speaking of Warhammer, I've been playing my Dawn of War when I can. My Dawn of War 1, for all the expansions, everything works great. For some reason, Dawn of War 2 has gone haywire. It just isn't working. I've uninstalled it for now. I'm going to have my tech guy, Zenta, he's going to check it out later. Dawn of War 3 works great, though. It's just different story I'm just not used to. But still fun. Space Wolves, very good. I love Space Wolves for most of the teams. And then the Space Marine 1 and 2. Space Marine 1 is like a singular game with Space Marine 2. You can actually play together. Really fun. They're building up to make Space Marine 3. I'm excited for that. I have Space Marine 2 downloaded, just haven't been able to actually get things situated yet because of funding. So I got to wait. What do you guys have besides that? Because I've been playing phone games as well, like Watcher Realms.
So
Not a promotion,
Tide-
but hey, if you guys want to take care of that and give us for promotions, Watcher Realms, we're talking. Been trying to mess with them, figure things out. And also Mekaroshi. I'm playing those two like crazy.
So Dark Tide just came out with a new playable character, the Hive Scum, where you get to play as a hive ganger.
Oh, nice.
And with the crowbar going full Gordon Freeman on their ass. Speaking of which, Valve, bring us Half-Life 3. Damn it. It's been freaking decades.
Right. Anybody else have anything for gaming that you've played recently or want to play or talk about or tell the people in the world discussing if they could ever play? Because if not, there's also just tabletops in general you can play as well. That's my formality is D&D. You can do anything with D&D. You can make any story of any kind with D&D.
I've been playing Arkham City. Did you know that if after playing Arkham Asylum, if you actually look at compare Batman's arms in Arkham City, his one arm's actually bigger than the other one.
Huh.
You know why? It's
might have
because
been
of what happened to him on Arkham Asylum. When he got injected with a Titan, it's permanently bigger.
Interesting. I have to check that out and pay attention to that. I like that game a lot because of the DLCs. Like I had the Batman Beyond look. I ran around as Batman Beyond the whole time. That was my favorite skin.
I like the Batman Beyond one in Arkham Knight because it just looks more like what Batman would have made it in a modern society.
Yeah, there's seen updates, but Batman Beyond and the second one is more like the anime, the cartoon. I love the cartoon of Batman Beyond. I'm a big fan of Terry McGinnis. I look like a older version of him now, but back then I looked like a young version of him that could have played it at any time. I still probably could play as Terry McGinnis, just to keep a clean shave every day for acting, and have my hair a certain way, and just slightly change my voice up. Oh, we lost Finner. Damn.
No, he was my favorite summon.
Damn it, Llama. We lost summon. Besides that, somebody else, anything before we shift over to our last segment for the night?
Nope, I haven't played any games recently. I've been too focused on music.
Oh,
you're the only game I'm playing.
Daniel said he doesn't know what happened.
Huh.
I told him to jump back in. Wi-Fi is acting up. I got disconnected. Oh, the weather's hitting him real hard.
Oh yeah, the wind is hitting it pretty good outside.
Yeah, that hit here earlier. So it is time to get on to our political chat.
Hearing from a 7-Eleven clerk who shot a suspect in the stomach after police say he attacked her over a counterfeit bill. Fox 3's Rob Hagan joins us live tonight. Rob, I'm here. She just got some news from 7-Eleven.
That's right, Wendy. Good evening. Now, Stephanie Dilliard says 7-Eleven corporate called her today and fired her for using her own gun in self-defense. So one of the things that is so annoying about
corporate social justice warrior for this video, by the way. We'll go back to it in a minute. But that right there, just that part,
stupid.
That's dumb. So you're saying that you should have let him rape you and kill you and murder you on camera in front of everybody instead of defending yourself and trying to say, "Oh, you didn't use company gun." What company gun? unless you're providing a company gun to protect yourself, which all store clerk stores should have in some formality. Here's a basic revolver
Or shotgun.
Here's a 38.
Look,
Basically,
they need a turret
or gun
that's
or something.
automatic.
Damn it, Llama.
Just drops down out of the ceiling, you know.
Get a big bazooka pulling up, but no, nonetheless.
Just a
real.
couple of Spartans. Some
Yeah,
ODSTs.
Get some security guard. But the thing is all these 7-Eleven. Like, I'm not going to 7-Eleven for a long time now, probably, because of stuff like this. I am a big Finner's back. All right. I'm a big fan of, like, you need to defend yourself. And then if you get fired for defending yourself, that's liable by lawsuit. Like, she's getting a GoFundMe, getting almost her goal. I don't know if she got it or not yet. This was a couple days ago. But a good, honest woman that has kids and a family and just wants to take care of her family, guy gives her a counterfeit bill. She says, no, this is fake. I can't take this. I can't accept this. And he says he's going to kill her. And then actually attacks her, assaults her, tries to choke her out. So she pulls out her firearm and fires to defend herself. There is nothing wrong with that. That is wrong for them to even say that you get fired. No, their HR should get fired, let alone the 7-Eleven should be sued.
From somebody who threatened to kill her, who was actively strangling her, and this is absolute madness. So we're going to talk about it, but before we do, I want to thank everybody who supports this channel.
Right, so,
the Actual Justice Warrior.
Sponsoring what?
Again, a
company policy. Give me the money, okay? They say it's against company policy.
Yeah.
Fuck that company policy. That's stupid.
Again, a profile in corporate courage right here. Hey, it's actually against our policy for you to defend yourself with your own weapon. That Stephanie Dillard actually does, in fact, have a GoFundMe.
How is
it's at about $30,000, which is approaching her $35,000 goal. It will be linked in the description if you want to support her. But let us hear from the woman herself, the defender herself, who ended up fighting off this attacker, shot him square in the stomach as he was strangling her, and then was called by corporate and told that she was fired.
25-year-old Stephanie Dillard was a 7-Eleven clerk who faced terror after she says a man tried to strangle her after she refused a counterfeit $100 bill for burritos, beef sticks, and ice cream. It happened Thursday, just before midnight.
He threatened me, said that he was going to slice my head off, and then that's when I tried to call the police.
He said he was going to slice your head off.
Throwing things at me. I came behind the counter. I tried to run off, but he grabbed his hands around my neck and pushed me out of the counter space. That's when I pulled out my gun and I shot him.
So first of all, and this is...
Daniel, I'm sorry you have that. That's one of the worst internet providers there is. But yeah, right there for that part of the segment, her interview even states it's like she has a family to go to and everything. Why? Why is the HR defending the guy pulling out a weapon and attacking her, assaulting her, choking her, and saying he's going to slice her head off? And this is not the only time he's done something. This is like the third or fourth time he has a bunch of felonies on himself. And they're just letting it go. They're slapping them on the wrist and letting them go. Like, I get in trouble for saying something on the internet, but these guys literally go and murder somebody or try to, and they get away. That's wrong. Like, this right here, though, we're going to go to the next one.
When I think about the president from, say, 2015, 2016, his first campaign, vigorous, looked different, looked younger, clearly has aged significantly in the last 8 to 10 years. There's a noticeable change. He has clearly declined. The wakefulness, he slept through part of the last HHS secretary's announcement on weight loss drugs. It's pretty noticeable. He seems sort of altered and not really interested.
Well, I would need to see proof on that pretty noticeable thing because I heard him talking.
Associated from that entire sort of melee there. Now entering the purview of speculation.
Why is this video skipping like crazy?
There's a reason why somebody like him might be getting semi-regular MRIs, one of which is to look for evidence of dysfunction. Is there something happening in the brain? Is the vasculature in the brain not getting enough blood to the brain? Who knows? Did he have a stroke burden? Who knows? I mean, I've seen the same videos you've seen, Ben, of his just functional status looking at times pretty unstable. And so would it make sense? Again, we talked about primary screening tools and MRIs, not an appropriate thing to do. even if you're the leader of the free world, you need to have a reason. Could I see his doctor say, hey, we're worried about his neurologic status, or they're seeing something that they're not coming clear on with the public, then prompting MRIs at every so often.
They'll show this stuff.
Yeah,
They
that would
have
make sense.
on
That would actually
public
be
record.
entirely appropriate
I don't think
to
this
do.
guy knows
And
what
that's
he's talking
a
about.
secondary diagnostic, secondary screening tool. There's early
With the
detection of
constant
something. That would
skipping
make sense.
over, it
Yeah,
almost
this
seems
is
like
bugging me.
this is
For something, or
edited.
they already
The
know
whole
you're
conversation
interested
has
in
been
helping
cut
Yeah,
and just edited.
yeah, it's like an edited clip.
Yeah, it's an edited clip by far. I believe there's more to that conversation. There's things taken out of context that are not there, that are missing. Even then, when he's trying to talk about the whole thing, I've watched that. He was there. He was active. And of course, when you're almost 80 years old, of course, you're going to have some issues and problems. Still way more active than Biden. He can at least walk up the steps without falling down 3 times. And he can at least still have a coherent sentence. He's actually, because he's gotten older, which I've noticed, he is having some issues. He's not talking about himself like he used to. He's not going, well, he's good, but I'm still better. He's not doing that anymore. He's been cutting a lot of things because he's just.
He hasn't been seen in public in months, in weeks.
I've seen it. He's talked about quite a bit. The only thing he's been trying to, not be in certain publics because people have been trying to kill him. Which is something I do want to bring up right now before we go to the next video is God the rest their souls for our American soldiers. Please protect them and everything. As our American soldiers, 2 of our National Guardsmen were attacked and assaulted by a man that is from Afghanistan that is found out to be part of the terrorist groups that are actually attacking and assaulting our boys and our girls that are protecting this country. And they did it near the White House. Like, they're trying to set something up. That is a declaration of war. Find out he's part of a terrorist group and shows up and just shoots one of our men. Not one, but 2. And there's video of it. There's pictures of it, of our men trying to save our other men from this psychopath. Like, it's been popping up like crazy. But on to the next thing.
What we know, Andrea, is that this is a targeted shooting. One individual who appeared to target these guardsmen, that individual has been taken into custody.
There, targeted attack. 2 National Guardsmen have been shot. Conflicting reports from the governor said that they had died, but apparently from Kash Patel, an update, they are still fighting for their lives. So I'm praying that they pull through. But right now, the biggest story is the seditious 6. That is the narrative that is on X blowing up. Many people, many people on the left, even many people are saying this comes right after the controversial seditious 6 video where they were basically going on news and saying that the reason why they did this and the reason why they made a video saying that they should disobey illegal orders was because
the
of
President
this
of the United States.
specifically. So now we have 2 guardsmen shot. So what is happening here? What should the narrative be?
These are the issues and problems we're having. Like, this guy got on point with some of the stuff. We just got to skip over a little bit more to these people talking for a second. So right about there.
It makes me incredibly nervous that we're about to see people in law enforcement, people in uniform military get nervous, get stressed, shoot at American civilians. It is a very, very stressful situation for these law enforcement and for the communities on the ground. So it was basically a warning to say, like, if you're asked to do something, particularly against American citizens.
This is crazy. We need more soldiers on the ground.
We need more soldiers to protect our people. If our people are randomly getting shot, killed, and assassinated because of a different religion, different race of people that want to kill us openly, which they've been doing openly and saying openly, they want to kill us, they want to murder us, they want to jihad us. Jihad. Look up the definition for it. Like, this is the problem. These people are pushing for it.
Who said
Meaning
this
they're
is
being
part of a
paid
larger hope.
It just shifts over to the next part for it.
Two CIA officers who said that this is part of a larger hoax, and
it's
what
not
they're
a hoax.
doing here is they're trying to condition the country to prepare for something bad that's about to happen at
If
the
the
hands
CIA
of Donald
men
Trump.
said this,
It's
and that would be a
straight out of
CIA
the
op meaning that they shot
stabilization operation
our
to get
American
people
soldiers
to
live.
mistrust each
It's
other.
illegal.
And you do this because she's an analyst, and as an analyst, she would make sure what propaganda operations were successful, which ones weren't. So she knows what works. So the first part of the video, you establish authority. I'm CIA, I'm military, you need to trust us. Second part of the video, they introduce the threat, and the threat's not foreign, the threat's domestic, the threat's Donald Trump. And then at the end, they introduce the solution. What's the solution? You resist, you say no. But they don't give an option. They say this is an obligation for you to do. Now, she is being run because she didn't come up with this herself. She's a Brennan acolyte, and you usually don't have congressmen and senators doing anything together. They kind of hate each other. So in order to organize this had to have had some sort of handler telling her what to do.
So again, that was...
That's the thing right there, is that it sounds like that someone wrote a script and said, hey, read this. We're pushing something. 2 of our American soldiers may have gotten shot, but you know what? We're going to push it in a different direction. No. American soldiers' blood is on this soil right now from a terrorist because he chose to attack our people. What makes you think if he wouldn't walk up to one of our soldiers that is armed and protected and trained, he won't go up to any of us? He won't go up to an individual or a person individually or a child and kill them. If he would do it to them, he'll do it to us.
Let's just go right to this announcement. So President Trump and Pete Hegseth make a huge announcement. Here's Pete Hegseth.
Carrying guns on them to be proud American soldiers and American citizens again, where something happens, we have the right to defend ourselves like we're supposed to. I have been attacked on the streets. I've had people attack me because of religious views or even speaking out on this channel. Now, how weird it is to walk down the street sometimes and people all look at you and gaze in awe and realize you're fucking famous and that you know some shit and that you're right and you're not scared to tell the truth and everybody else has a hit list with your name on it and your picture and your face and your family. It's terrifying. I can't do nothing about it. I can't pay no security. I am the security. Let's go to the next part.
Here's Pete Hegseth. Take a listen.
Meetings, but I want to start by saying after those meetings, myself and my team were notified that 2 National Guardsmen have been shot in Washington, D.C., critically wounded. The shooter shot in a cowardly, dastardly act targeting the best of America, heroes willing to serve in Washington, D.C., serve for people they don't know, they've never met, because they love their country and their capital and their community. They're willing to do dangerous things others were not, because they love their fellow Americans. Someone decided to turn that into targeting National Guardsmen. That will only stiffen our resolve.
Yep.
We will never back down. We will
stronger.
secure our capital. We will secure our
It
city.
piss
In
us
fact,
off.
this happened just steps away from the White House. We will not stand. And that's why President Trump has asked me, and I will ask the Secretary of the Army to the National Guard to add 500 additional troops, National Guardsmen, to Washington, D.C.
I'd say 1,000.
Only stiffen our resolve to ensure that we make.
We need to have 3-man groups at least, not 2-man groups. We need 3-man groups. We need triforces. We need people to stand tall and protect each other and get each other back to back and back. We need people to look at all the different directions, because this is getting insane, because we've had enemies that are living in our country, waiting till the right time, manifesting and breeding like cockroaches, trying to grow around us to murder us. They're going after the Native Americans. They're going after the Jews. They're going after the Christian Catholics. They're going after the whites. They're going after anybody of any race or religion that is not them. They're going after anybody that speaks out against any other thing of their country, race, or religion in any way, or proves that they're wrong. But on that note, let's go to the next one.
service members have expressed concern about the legality of Trump and Hegseth just blowing up boats in the Caribbean and near Venezuela, killing dozens of people now who the administration has claimed without evidence are bringing drugs to the U.S. They refuse to provide any legal justification whatsoever, even one that you could say is phony or that you disagree with or that's flimsy. They're not even trying that. No legal justification for the strikes and no evidence whatsoever that these boats have been carrying drugs. It seems like Trump is planning more military action that could become
there is legal evidence. There is proof that there are drugs. They even check after within the areas, and they find packages of drugs floating in the damn water. That fentanyl shit that kills people, that's coming from them. There's some of the people. They're bringing drugs over. They're not bringing aid to America. America gives them aid. We don't get aid from them. People need to check their facts on this one. This guy is pushing propaganda. Either he's being paid or he's an idiot and doesn't check his facts. But go back on it.
A full-scale war with Venezuela. Reuters reported on Sunday that the U.S. is, quote, poised to launch a new phase of Venezuela-related operations in the coming days, potentially beginning with covert operations.
I think people will get prosecuted over this policy. I hope it's Pete Hegseth. I hope it's not like lower-level people like within the bowels of the U.S. military. The admiral in charge of Southern Command resigned over this policy because he thought it was unlawful. They're just murdering people in boats. We don't know who they are.
It's little cuck boy right here. And he looks like a little cuck too. Straight up just trying to say that doesn't know anything about military, I bet. Talking about the lower branches need no. It wasn't them anyways. It wasn't the soldiers pulling up on the damn boats. It was the guy that was flying the freaking drone that dropped the damn bomb. Which is some paid high intelligence dude that worked with computers his whole damn life. It just sits there going, I'm playing a video game. Click, boom. That's pretty much what it is. I've watched these videos. These guys they're trying to defend against countries that don't even know what they're talking about. And that bugs me. Like, they're trying to defend against it. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Or why are they bitching about us blowing up drug cartels? We've been fighting cartels for years. Trump's actually putting the boot down on them. Mexico is fighting back. They're pulling a Luffy. They're pulling literally the pirate's flag from One Piece to liberate a Mexico, let alone Cuba trying to, and all the rest in Venezuela that are bringing in drugs to our country, killing our people, hundreds of thousands at a time. You don't even know you're getting the drugs half the time. You eat your food, or you're maybe smoking some you thought was weed, not weed. It's laced with something else. And oh shit, now randomly your body's freaking out. Your brain shuts down and your heart gives out. For those who have dealt with this and dealt with laced drugs, I've dealt with people lacing my food and my drugs. It's not fun. It's not fun to be eating a food and then going, what is going on? I can't function right. Everything is vibrating. Everything is shaking. I can't see straight. I can't think straight. Why is my heart going nuts? Why does my brain feel like it's melting? I have been drugged. It is not fun. But let's go to the next one.
Quran's been preserved. We say that is a requirement for a religion to be true. Whatever scripture we want to see if it's from God or not, first needs to claim it's from God.
For something to be the word of God, the number one thing is that it has to say, hey, this is the word of God. It has to, or else it's not the word of God.
Maybe God can give a message without actually saying.
If it's proof. And he's right now they're proving a point, which this guy just lied about, the Muslim Lantern MA. Totally lying because he doesn't understand actually about it because he's never actually read the book. Or he has read the Quran and he's trying to defend it within the lies and counteractions and contradictions that are in the book. I've read the Quran. I have read it several times. I have read it in English and I've read it in Arabic. I have guys that have read it to me directly and told me their interpretations on what it really says. But carry on. It's only like a 7 minute.
This is God speaking. Like, that doesn't logically follow. You could have a document that is from God and doesn't actually say this is from God. You could have a document that says it's from God and it's from the devil or something else. Like, that's not a good requirement. Like, what are you talking about, man? That doesn't logically follow.
Right now.
It's true. This is the proof.
The scripture wrote it purposely to be a dick. It'd be like Llama here making something that says,
I have a document that says I am God.
Yeah,
I am the
it's the
supreme
concept.
llama overlord.
Damn it, llama. But nonetheless, the concept is that llama would have wrote something down, and are we supposed to believe it instantly, or are you supposed to actually understand and read the book and understand it?
I mean, if I wrote
Religion
it
is
down, it
not
must be
always
true.
about just following the rules of just God. It's more about the guidelines that make you a better person.
Yeah, that's what what all these religions are supposed to be teaching you, and it's just like
Christians, Catholics have done it right lately, especially reforming their religion. Same thing for Judaism. They edit it to the times that what we are now, how we are now. And Jews, I will tell you right up, they will argue with each other. Rabbis will argue with each other, try to get the interpretation and understanding correctly. And they'll have several people getting there going, this sounds right, this sounds wrong. And then they'll go have a sandwich after. But let's carry on to more of the episode.
More bagels.
Or external contradictions.
Pause there.
Meaning,
Pause.
if something comes from God as revealed,
can have internal or external contradictions. Fan, can you hold up that new little book that you brought that you just wrote down? It's from God. Mike, do you see any contradictions there?
Nope, must be from God.
Not from God.
Must be from God. It
He
claims
wrote
it's
it.
from God.
It says
There's
from
no
God.
there's no contradictions there. Yeah, it's we 2 for 2 so far.
And they do it right. I've read the Quran. They try to say this is from God when no, it's from a prophet, which is not actually from a prophet, it's from a pedophile. I've studied their religion, I've studied the history. It's disgusting in that way. They need to reform themselves. If they reform themselves, we wouldn't be having a problem. But go on.
2 for 2. Now, also, he did say number 3, preservation, right? That's what he said. Yep, preservation. That's a little paper being preserved. So
oh my goodness, it has for the past 10 minutes.
We're 3 for 3, man.
The scripture cannot tell you the sun has 7 horses pulling it, because that goes against the observable reality. So that contradicts what we observe with our own eyes.
So the Quran better not have anything about the sun like setting in a muddy pool. No, with a civilization over there living near it, right? The Quran it would never have nothing like that, right? Because that goes with reality.
You mean like Surah 1886, maybe? Until he reached the place where the sun said he found it going down into a muddy pool or Black Sea. You mean like something like that?
There's no way. There's no way.
That revelation, the Quran and Hadith, have multiple prophecies of the future. None of them are false.
So he said that there were no false prophecies. He was pretty clear about that. Okay. So this is Side Muslim 29538. It says, Anas reported that a person asked Allah's messenger as to when the last hour would come. It's pretty clear what they're asking about, right, guys? So it says here, he had in his presence a young boy of the Ansar who was called Muhammad. Allah's messenger said, if this young boy lives, he may not grow very old till the last hour coming to you. So Muhammad says that the last hour is going to come basically in the lifetime of this boy if he lives long enough.
Things that we today are discovering to be true. We're catching up with the knowledge in the Quran through the technology that I'm referring to right now.
What?
Most? Because the Christian book was written over 2,000 years ago. The Judeo book was written 7,000 years ago. Now, including the Wiccan and Pagan's original books that were written 10,000 plus years ago. That Tower of Babel was destroyed because it had knowledge of things that would help us all become better and progress better and truth of what really happened. They destroyed that purposely because if everybody knew the truth, we'd all be freaking out. Let's go on this last
knowledge in the Quran, 67:5 is what I'm thinking of. And verily we have beautified the world's heavens with lamps, and we have made them missiles for the devils. And for them we have prepared doom of flame. So guys, lamps, it's referring to stars. And it's saying that those are missiles that Allah uses to shoot at eavesdropping demons to try to sneak into heaven.
They hope that you're stupid, first off, that you would believe something as dumb as that. First off, I'm surprised that even missiles were a thing, which shows that part of the book was written at an older time than it was at a younger time. We didn't have, when was missiles a thing in wording?
Well, technically they did have missiles back then. It's just it wasn't as accurate as ours.
Yes, but missiles were still
like China had a special device that shot like dozens of arrows at once.
Damn it, Llama. That's a good one, though.
So technically they did have missiles to an extent. They just didn't. It wasn't as accurate as ours.
That's the part that I'm trying to.
But you make your point. It's like, it's the point is that any book from any religious text is up to interpretation, not to be followed literally.
But here's the problem with interpretation: that there still needs to be some strict guidelines within interpretation, because some of them are interpreting murder or interpreting it's okay to kill these people because, which is wrong. You shouldn't be. We should, like, they don't like the concept of the melting pot. When you say the melting pot, they don't like that. They want to call it a salad because they want all of us to be segregated from each other and to be one main thing. What's the main thing in a salad?
Lettuce.
What's the main thing they call themselves when it comes to that? Which I know because I've worked in the food industry with them. They call themselves the lettuce. They want everybody else to be the pieces of the tomato, the other adding-ons of the croutons, the cucumbers, and everything else. We're the bits and pieces, maybe the sliced egg. That's it. But they're the main, and they want it to be that way. And then after a while, you just get only a salad. You don't get the rest of the add-ons in it. You don't even get the chicken in there or anything else. No, I know. I've worked in Dearborn for several years. I've been friends with many of these guys for several years to a decade plus. They have told me the truth. They've told me the information. Hell, I know the mayor before he became mayor, and him telling me his evil plot to take over. And yes, I know who you are. You can talk all your crap and act like you don't know me. I served you many times and handed you many, many foods. Newborn chicken was one of your favorites. Yeah, I remember. But let's get on this next one. The Dark Trooper posted.
Unfortunately, I lost my job as a result, and no one really is to blame for that. It's just the culture that kind of exists.
His name technically is Connor, although most of you will know him as Quite Frankly. So he did this debate with Mehdi Hassan, as well as many other people, as part of that Jubilee thing, for better or worse. And he identified himself as not supporting democracy. He's a Holocaust denier. He's an open fascist. The list goes on, but those three, I think, are pretty good. And apparently didn't go...
Right there, that's just going to get you fired. Right there before it gets any further. Like,
Yeah,
right there.
remember,
I don't like the guy.
He did get fired. He literally got fired like almost immediately after he did that show.
Oh, yeah, it's dumb. He first off just said you don't believe in any of these things. No. And then you just said you're a Holocaust denier on top of that. There goes your luck on the Jews and everything, because Holocaust didn't happen. Anybody saying it didn't happen is a damn liar. Is a manipulator.
Or just dumb.
Bullshitter.
What are we talking about?
It's a lot of those.
A family that had to deal with it. A family that survived it. I had family that witnessed their brothers and sisters, moms and fathers and grandparents get murdered, and they were the children that survived.
Or worse.
Yeah.
And but what I'm saying is, it's like there's actually a theory out there about with these kinds of people who think that that the Jews came up with this whole plan of right. So you're suggesting that that Jewish people are so evil that they would deliberately sacrifice thousands, if not millions, of their own people.
There was over 12 million people that got murdered and died during the Holocaust, not including the soldiers. That was just the individuals that were citizens and people that got caught in the cross.
So wait, does this person think that Hitler didn't exist or something?
I'm assuming, or he didn't exist, or he doesn't believe that he did anything wrong, which is dumb. He did a horrible thing. Hitler was a bad person because he was taught into it. Because Jews did die. I had a lot of family members that were in there and it survived, and some that died, some that fought back, some that were the ones that turned to the Nazis that forced them to be spies in the first place and became double spies or whatever they call that.
Well, what he thinks a Holocaust denier is someone who believes that the Holocaust was a it's a conspiracy theory, that people that all those photographs were all fabricated. I'm like, first of all,
how when you can literally go to the concentration camp still to this day?
Yeah,
they
not
still
just
exist.
They actually exist. Also, you have to remember, this is 1945. They did not have editing software back then.
No, they didn't have technology back then or nothing like that for any of this shit. That's all lies and fabrication. It was no photo shoot or any of that other bullshit.
No, it took took hours for you to even get one photo.
Yeah, and you were lucky if you got a photo without being murdered by one of the soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they were pridefully doing it, using it for propaganda to talk shit, because that's what the Nazis did. They did some shady shit. Which, by the way, they were protected, and they didn't, like Hitler didn't die from killing himself. That was a lie. He killed the one lady he was supposedly married to be with somebody else in a different country and raise a bunch of kids, his family, which there are a bunch of Hitlers running around to this day. And no one knows about. And all that they can speak German fluently from a different country that looks like a mini Germany. And the thing is, though, most of the Hitler Youth that began was Austrian, and then they took over Germany and made the Hitler Youth in Germany. So Germany was actually the first casualty. Then they started going after everybody else, and I know because my family was part of that. They got tortured, they got slain, they got slaughtered. My family fought back. If it wasn't for my grandmother on my dad's side, they wouldn't have known certain locations and information of the Nazis at the time if it wasn't for her, because she married an American soldier that protected her and loved her and cared for her. And the same thing goes for my grandparents. Now, on my mom's side, one was a nurse, the other one was stuck in the Holocaust, and he was saved by her. But go on.
For him, all of these revelations, and so here's a little update on his personal situation.
Unfortunately, I lost my job as a result, and no one really is to blame for that. It's just the culture that kind of exists currently.
It's not the culture.
He went on
manner in which
the
you're
and
canceled
lied
for
about the
voicing
fact that he
exactly
lost
what you
his
said.
job.
Any heterosexual,
Yeah, right there. He's
Christian
lying.
Sort of moral belief.
He's trying to point
that
to
goes
being a
beyond
straight
sort of the
man and a Christian
secularism
and
and the
trying to put it as
relativism that we're
that.
so used to in our time.
You admitted you were a goddamn Nazi and that you denied the Holocaust. Right there is going to get you fired.
That just alone.
Even though I am Jewish and I have all that other stuff, and I'm mixed with different religions and different races, if I stated something like that, I promise you, like Dark Trooper here, be like, "You're adios, man," and I would walk in, turn right around, and walk out. I wouldn't be working anymore, at least in that area. And I'd have to work somewhere that doesn't have social media connection. No, I can't do that. I'm not going to do that because I'm not this kind. Like, I'm not an idiot like this dumbass. And plus, I don't like Nazis. Never have. Never will. I've dealt with them.
I don't know what the heterosexual thing. That's not what people have a problem with you. Why are you so sensitive about that? No, it's the fascist thing. I think it was the thing where you implied that the Nazis weren't that bad. The Jewish people. I think it might have been that actually. I can't say for sure. Also, we're doing a little bit of research here at the Damage Report about backgrounds and having debates about whether a background is too.
They're anti-fascist, but they really are fascist. That's what Antifa is.
Busy. That one was. I don't know what that was about, but you need to dial it back a little bit. But anyway, he feels like he's been canceled. Now, I think that is rich, considering he just got done doing a debate where he argued that effectively only people that agree with him should have any rights whatsoever. And in fact, the government might start killing people who aren't far-right conservatives. That, to me, is the ultimate cancel culture. When, unless you have the right religion or the right race, or the right gender, or the right sex.
Like Dark Trooper, you got a point right there when it comes to this guy. Like, he canceled himself.
Yeah.
He did it to himself. He said this stupid shit saying that he was a fascist and that he's a Nazi and stuff. He messed up on his own volition. That is his fault. No one else but himself. He canceled himself. He went on.
He is not taking accountability for it. That's the problem. That is the biggest problem in America. Is nobody takes accountability anymore, because it's just like,
I admit if I screw up.
I admit it when I screw up. When I fuck up, I tell them. I say I screwed up. I will try to correct it.
I'll correct my error, but prove me wrong. You have to prove me wrong first. You prove me wrong. Thank you. Maybe I got information incorrectly. Maybe someone told me. Maybe I just said something incorrectly myself, or just was being an idiot. But on that note, we're going to finish up tonight with the politics. Just remember, guys, that it's not a two-party system in America here.
Two-party system is not
bare
working
minimum
anymore.
3 at most, or like the bare minimum three, period. You have your left, you have your right, you have your middle. There's more people in the middle than there are on the left and right. There's more people in the center going, I have to choose the lesser of two evils. Why don't we have the Democratic Party, the Republican Party, and then the Purple People Party? For the people, by the people, of the people. And instead of a forgetful elephant or a corrupt donkey, we have a brave, free American bald eagle. We have the proper understanding, and we have it in a yin and yang format of the concept of understanding. You need to mix things and get things to understand, because there's good arguments on both sides. Dark Trooper came from the left. I came from the right. Originally, I actually did come from the left, but then I went to the right hardcore, and then now I'm in the middle again to a middle right, going, hey, there's some things in here. I still see some things on the left. I still see some things on the right. But overall, we need a middle. We need that solid, because when you look on the internet, when you look on CBS, when you look on NBC, when you look on Fox News or anything else, what do you see? You see
me spinning in circles.
Damn it, Llama. You only see red or blue. You only see Democrat or Republican. You don't see third parties. No.
Or when you do see third parties, they're like, they get shouted down by the other side, or like,
the
oh,
Green
you're
Party
not American, oh, you're not a patriot.
Failed. They got in there a little bit, but they still completely failed. We need a Democratic Party. We need a Republican Party. We need a Purple People Party. They can laugh all they want, but it's for the people, by the people, of the people. We're the people.
So
the next
Henry,
thing we're going to
for Rolling to Die, what are we going to be doing this week for Rolling to Die this Sunday at 6 p.m. sharp Eastern Standard Time?
I think we're going to be rolling to die.
Damn it, Llama, but you're right. We're actually going to be continuing a story that we missed over 1.5 to 2 years ago of what happened to our assassin party. We'll be doing the Gundam stuff next week, but this week we're going to be using our level 20s to find the missing party that disappeared over almost 2 years ago. There were our assassin group called the Shadow Blades. So we'll be finding
in real game, in
real game. So for Dark Trooper, he'll be having Ross. For DJ Thunderbase, he'll be having as Edward Knight. Llama, we'll be having you as your Llama Supreme Overlord. And I will be playing as one of my characters. I will let you know when it comes time for that night. It may be Mayhem, because he's looking for a son. But on that, shift over to here. We have Chaotic Era Odyssey. The world is chaotic. We're in a new era. We are
need to go on a journey.
So in doing so, we have our CEO. That's right, people. The CEO, Chaotic Era Odyssey. And it's also a big FU to the CEOs that are shady and do horrible things to good people. We ourselves are also the Gray Mercenary Knights, the GMK, that is brought to you by and sponsored by the CEO, the Chaotic Era Odyssey, and Thunderbase here himself. We are a performance group that goes into combat performance, acting performance. We do stunt choreography, stunt coordination. We do hand-to-hand combat stuff. We do things that do entertainment purposes as well as adventures. Information we connect through that way for our D&D as well. If you guys ever want to, you can contact us through our Discord. If not, anything else, we'll see you online for our GMK.
And for making sure everything runs smoothly with these streams, as well as you have awesome epic music to keep in your mind, we bring you Sunday Bisu Productions, where I work on bringing all the epic sounds, as well as making sure our live streams run swell. And don't forget, every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we hope you will join us for another episode of The Chaotic Minds. Once again, my name is Devontae Ewing, aka DJ Thunderbase. I have been your host for the evening, and I'd like to say thank you and good night.